Hi, my name is Vrinda and we are here at the Northeast Regional Library's Maker Kitchen. Today I'm going to share some vegan recipes with you, and the first thing we'll make is a New World chili. So for the New World chili, which is a basic chili recipe, we are going to use a medium butternut squash chopped into diced pieces here, a medium onion, 1 cup of frozen corn, 1 cup of lima beans, 1 chipotle pepper in adobo sauce, 3 tablespoons of chili powder, and this chili powder is from this box right here. But if you have your favorite chili powder that you like or usually use, you can use that. And what it contains is cayenne pepper, oregano, and cumin. Then we are going to have 2 cans of pinto beans, which are washed and drained, and then 3 cups of mild salsa. I have made the salsa from Roma tomatoes, a small red onion, some cilantro, and serrano pepper. But you can use store-bought, or you can even use diced tomatoes from a can as opposed to chopping all the vegetables. So one thing happens when you're making vegetarian food that you think, oh, it's going to be so much of work that we have to go ahead and chop so many things. The nice thing is that you can use frozen items, you can use canned tomatoes, and also we are using canned beans, so that saves us a lot of time. We are also going to use 1 tablespoon of olive oil, some salt, and half a teaspoon of sugar, some crushed pepper, and a pinch of allspice, ground allspice. So I'm going to use this nice big pan for our chili, and I've started the heat. I'm just waiting for it to heat up a little bit. I'm going to add this olive oil, 1 tablespoon of that. And I'm going to kind of adjust the heat to medium high. The oil is hot, and I'm going to add the onions to the olive oil here. Kind of give it a little, saute it for a minute. Now the recipe that I'm following does not ask me to add any garlic in it, but if you're a big garlic fan, you can go ahead and add some garlic at this time. And then I'm going to go ahead and dump the squash in there. And I like to salt my vegetables as I go so that the salt releases all the water from it and it helps to cook faster. Also, if you're cooking greens, it helps to retain the nice natural color of the vegetable. So I'm going to add some salt here. All right. And this is going to, we want to cook it for about 5 to 7 minutes. And once the cooking starts, you can see that you can cover it and keep for a few minutes here. It's been about 7 minutes or so, and we're going to see how the squash has turned out. So if you see, it has softened quite a bit, and we are ready to add our other ingredients into our pot here. So the first thing I'm going to add is the frozen lima beans, 1 cup. And the corn, 1 cup. Oh, it's looking good already. I'm going to increase the heat just a little bit so that the frozen vegetables will not, kind of undo what we started doing here. And then we're going to add the drained beans. About 3 cups of this homemade salsa. And some juices from there. Okay. This is the pepper. Half a teaspoon of allspice. And 3 tablespoons of chili powder. We're going to use half a teaspoon of sugar. Another half a teaspoon of some salt here. A nice stir. So the last thing we are going to add is a cup of water. And since we have got this to a nice, temperature, nice hot temperature where it starts cooking and mixing the spices together, I don't want to add cold water. So I've heated some water that I'm going to add to this. If you see, it's coming together nicely, the colors. And here's the water. Okay. And we're going to cover this up and let it come to a nice boil, and then I'm going to reduce the heat a little bit and let it simmer for up to 20-25 minutes and then see how it looks. So I see that the chili has come to a nice boil. So we're going to let it simmer for about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. And if you notice that there is very little water in it, you can always feel free to add a little bit more water if you need to. But this looks good right now, so I'm not going to worry about adding more water. I'm going to keep the lid on and let it simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. Now that the chili is come to a nice simmer and it's cooking, we will go ahead and make a side dish that will go really well with the chili, and it's going to be the spicy Southwestern coleslaw. An amazing dish, side dish with a light vinaigrette. So for this we are going to use 2 cups of red cabbage shredded, 2 cups of green cabbage shredded, 2 tablespoons of parsley. I've used Italian parsley. You can use either curly or the regular. And then 1 medium red bell pepper is what the recipe asked, but I really like the colors, so I got the yellow and red. We are also going to use some apple cider vinegar, olive oil, some salt, sugar, and 3 spices, which is going to be chili powder, cayenne, and cumin. That gives a nice spicy vinaigrette. So let's start with 1/4 cup of olive oil in here, and then we're going to add half a teaspoon of sugar, and then we will add all our spices in here. And this is going to be 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper and 1/4 teaspoon of cumin and 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder. So the flavors kind of complement the chili that we are preparing. And here I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I'm going to have a 1/4 teaspoon, half a teaspoon of salt. Okay. And the parsley goes in here. And give it a nice whisk. So coleslaw, typically you will want it to rest for at least an hour. So it's a good thing to start with the coleslaw first. So while your chili is getting ready, you can leave your coleslaw in the refrigerator to kind of let the flavors mix in with all the vegetables that we are going to use here. So in this bowl, I'm going to add the cabbage. And the peppers. Nice freshly ground black pepper. That goes in here. There you are. Just get and mix them nicely together. The best way is to just turn around and kind of break in the middle. Gives you incorporate all the flavors together nicely here. And honestly, if you are comfortable doing it, you can just use your hands to kind of gently massage not massage in the sense to break it down too much, but just to mix it nicely. And that's it, that's your coleslaw. So it's about 20 minutes since our chili has been cooking, covered. So I'm going to uncover this. Oh, it's looking really good. This is a good time to give it a test check. So if you want, you can take a little bit out and make sure that the salt and heat and spice is good for you. If not, you can adjust your spices like you like and then let it simmer uncovered for about 10 minutes and then we'll be ready to eat our chili. So we're ready to serve our chili. Kind of to use this. Get some juices on top so that it's, good. And we have some chips to go along and then our slaw side. Some lime wedges. Some of that nice homemade salsa on top here. And a cilantro. If you would like to have some avocado pieces to go along. So we have our chili, and I've added some salsa on top, some avocado, lime, and our coleslaw. Here you are.